Hello, my name is Yolanda Hunter. Thank you for tuning in to Tapestry Thursday, your midday manna, providing you with biblical principles in your wellness care. Today's topic is aloe. We'll discuss how aloe was used in first century versus how aloe is used today, the properties of aloe, and some of its benefits. Aloe is mentioned over 6 times in scripture, depending on the translation you're reading from. Aloe symbolizes honor, royalty, divine blessing, and the fragrance of a righteous life. The first scripture we'll look at is Psalm 45:8. All your garments are fragrant with myrrh, aloes, and cassia, or some may pronounce it cassia. The second scripture we'll look at is Proverbs 7:17. I have sprinkled my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Aloe in this context is used as perfume for royalty and romance. In any of these scriptures, you can go back and look at them thoroughly. The next scripture we'll look at is Song of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 14. Nard and saffron, spice reed and cinnamon, with all the trees of frankincense, myrrh, and aloes, along with all the finest balsam oils. Aloe in this context is used as a precious spice. Next scripture is Numbers 24:6. Like valleys that stretch out, like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. Aloe in this context is used as a symbol of beauty. Final scriptures we'll look at is in John 19:38 through 42. We'll spend a little time here. It says, Now after these things, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Jesus, but a secret one for fear of the Jews, requested of Pilate that he might take away the body of Jesus, and Pilate granted permission. So he came and took away his body. Nicodemus, who had first come to him by night, also came bringing a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 liters weight. So they took the body of Jesus and bound it in linen wrappings with the spices, as if the burial custom of the Jews. Now, in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden was a new tomb in which no one had yet been laid. Therefore, because of the Jewish day of preparation, since the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus there. The scriptures detail the burial of Jesus by the two secret disciples, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, who courageously claimed Jesus' body from Pilate and prepared it with spices, one of them being aloe that totaled about 75 pounds. These aromatic spices were used in ancient Jewish customs to prepare bodies for burials, particularly for the wealthy or important figures, serving to cleanse, preserve, and mask decomposition odors. As I was thinking about and visualizing on the 75 pounds of aloe and myrrh, I realized that that's half the average person's body weight. So for example, if a person weighs 150 pounds, half of that would be 75 pounds. And so that dug me into this deeper researching. And so 75 pounds in today's economy would be around $700. So then I did a little bit more research. If you don't mind, can I go down this journey? Just a little bit. I won't take too much time here. So I began to research, and here's what I came up with. Joseph of Arimathea, he was a disciple of Jesus who had kept his faith hidden due to fear of the Jewish authorities. He was a member of the Sanhedrin Council, which was the council that condemned Jesus. His public association with Jesus after his execution was an act of immense courage, reversing his earlier silence. Then we have Nicodemus. Nicodemus, the Pharisee who initially visited Jesus by night, returns bringing a lavish 75-pound mixture of myrrh and aloes, which signifies a transition from a curious inquirer to a public devoted follower. The two men, most likely wealthy, provided a burial fit for a king. They used massive amount of expensive spices, and they took the body, wrapped it in linen cloths with spices according to Jewish customs. By handling the body of a man executed for blasphemy, Joseph and Nicodemus became ceremonially unclean, meaning they could not participate in the Passover feast. This voluntary exclusion from the highest religious event highlights their total commitment to Jesus over social standing or religious rituals. The burial takes place in a new tomb located in a garden near the crucifixion site. The fact that the tomb had never been used, meaning no one had ever laid in it, it emphasizes to ensure there's no confusion regarding the body after the resurrection. So Jesus was the only one that laid in that tomb. So there is no confusion. There is no other that would have been risen. John notes the tomb is in a garden, which provides a link to the Garden of Eden. In a garden, death and the grave were originally empowered, but in this garden, they are conquered and overturned by the resurrection. All of this, fast forward now, brings me to the conclusion. If I had to sum it all up in one word, it's value. Value. What does value mean? Value is the regard of something that is held to deserve, the importance, worth, usefulness. So something that is useful, something that is important, something that is held to a deserving status. Not only because we're made in the image and likeness of God, that means that you too are of value. So in your workplace, when you feel like they're talking down on you, they're saying things to diminish your light, diminish who you are, diminish your status, what you do, just think to yourself, oh, I thought I heard someone say something. Because my name is value. They can't be talking to me. When you're in a grocery store and someone says something to you that is nasty, unruly, be like, oh, I thought value was speaking. Oh, I thought they were talking to me because my name is value. They can't be talking to me. Or if you're somewhere where I know they're big for it at the DMV or things like that, places out and about where people are speaking, they're nasty, or if you're in traffic, people sometimes have road rage and they're yelling things out the window. Just think to yourself, I know they're not talking to me because my name is value, and a person that is valued, they're going to be held to higher importance. They're going to be, they're useful, they are worth, and so you don't have to respond, because if they're not speaking the language and terminology of value, then they're not talking to you. So I just wanted to encourage you in that and share that with you. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about aloe. What is aloe? Aloe is a thick-leafed plant. It has over 650 species with medicinal properties, most notably used as aloe vera. Aloe vera originated in Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. Aloe produces two substances, gel, which is clear and jelly-like, and it's found in the inner part of the leaf, and latex, which is under the skin of the plant, and it's yellow in color. Some aloe products are made from the whole crushed leaf, so they contain both the gel as well as the latex. A side note, although they both contain the word latex, the latex glove and the aloe vera leaf latex have nothing in common. They are not the same. Their origin is different, their usage is different, and the effects they have on the skin is completely different. So if you have an allergy to latex gloves, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll have an allergy to aloe vera leaf latex. I just want to put that out there. Aloe is an anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and it has wound healing properties. It's excellent for skin issues like burns, cuts, eczema, psoriasis, and the like. The meat of aloe is rich in vitamins A, C, and E. It's rich in minerals, enzymes, it boosts collagen production, and it has natural sugars that support hydration. The hydration content in aloe vera is 99% water, and it has over 75 nutrients. It's good for digestion, it helps with immune function, and dental health. Its fleshy leaves store water, and the gel unique composition is used in cosmetic products. Aloe is a natural air purifier, and it releases oxygen at night. So if in your home it's dry, you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night with this cough, or in the morning you wake up with a stuffy nose, or sometimes you have these nosebleeds, it could mean that it's dry in your home. And instead of going out and investing in an expensive air purifier, you can invest in a couple aloe vera plants, and that will help. Aloe can be used topically. It's a good digestion aid. It's also good as a natural laxative. It's good for oral help. You can make aloe into a hydration drink with, it has all natural electrolytes. You can use it for hair growth mask. It's used in cosmetics as a makeup primer or remover. It's used as a refresher for eye patches, and it's good for exfoliating scrubs. I know that the sugar scrubs, there was a big fad out for a while on those, and there are some people that still use them, but there's nothing like a aloe vera exfoliating scrub because it's all natural. And those sugar scrubs can be pretty harsh on your skin. It could tear the top layer of your skin. It can be pretty harsh on that, but you won't have that same effect with aloe exfoliating scrub. So that's something to think about. Fun fact, or did you know, you can rub aloe on your fruits and vegetables to preserve them. In doing so, it's going to block them from the harmful bacteria, and then you don't have to worry about the pesticides that are used with the fruits and vegetables in the grocery store. I don't know if you've paid attention in the grocery store, especially with apples, that waxy coating that they have on it. Sometimes even after you bring your fruits and vegetables home and you soak them and clean them, it's still like a film over them. That's because of the harsh pesticides that they use. But if you buy your fruits and veggies from like the farmer's market, or you have your own farm, or you have your own garden where you grow your own vegetables, or maybe you know someone that have a farm, you can let them know that using aloe vera, that is an all natural pesticide, and they can just rub it on their fruits and vegetables, or they can use a mixture. They can make a concoction with aloe as the base and just spray it on there, and that will be a good pesticide, or a good preservative, I'm sorry, for their fruits and vegetables. Also, they can, or you can use aloe in preserving your fruits and vegetables by putting them in a mason jar. If you use a mason jar, you can just put the aloe in there with it, or you can rub your fruits and vegetables down and put them in a container and put them in the fridge. But either way, you can use aloe as a preservative. You can also use aloe in your homemade wellness shots and smoothies. So you can use the meat of the aloe, so just scraping out the inside of the aloe vera plant, or you can cut it up and put it in the blender. You can cut up the aloe vera leaf and you can put it in a blender and maybe put a little distilled water, or you can put a little bit of spring water in there, and you can just mix it up really good. Sometimes you may want to run it through a couple times. So start the blender, let it go until it stops, and then let it go again, and then you'll run it through a strainer so that you don't have like any chunks of chunky pieces. It's just strictly the liquid. And then once you have that, you can just pour it into ice cube trays, and then that way you're able to put it in the freezer and freeze it, and it'll last you a long time. You can use it into making your wellness shots, so you can put it in little small containers with a little bit of turmeric, some orange juice, shake it up, and then you can just have your wellness shot once a day, or sometimes people take twice a day. And you can also just put ice cube in your travel mixer or your blender, and then you can make your smoothie. And then that way you're able to add in aloe vera into your daily regimen, and you'll be able to get all of the vitamins and the nutrients that it offers. For me, what I use aloe vera in is I love it the way that it works for my hair and my conditioner. I have low porosity hair, so when I wash my hair, it usually has like a dullness to it. It does not keep the hydration. And so I will use aloe vera, and it brings back the lustrous shine. I'll set up under a steamer for about 15-20 minutes, and then I will have massive hydration in my hair that lasts. And like I said, the lustrous shine. And so I really like how it works as a conditioner for me. What you'll find as you watch over the next 5 to 10 years, you'll see how the market potential for aloe products will skyrocket. They anticipate it to reach $695 billion. And some of those key growth drivers will be the demand for natural products, organic products, and ethically sourced products. So just be on the watch and just watch over the next 5 to 10 years how more and more products will be aloe vera based, because those key growth drivers for natural, organic, and ethically sourced products. So to sum it all up, aloe vera, or aloe, is a good, all-natural, versatile plant that you can add into your daily regimen in so many different areas of your life. I hope that something in today's message resonated with you, and it was just the hug that you needed. Why? Because there is healing in hugs. Please like, share, and subscribe. Every last Thursday of the month, a new video will be uploaded. The next video will be available on February 26th. If you'd like to reach out to me Yolanda Hunter at Tapestry Thursday. You can send me an email at tapestrythursday@gmail.com. That's tapestrythursday@gmail.com. I do respond to my emails personally. I don't have anyone that's overseeing my emails, and nothing is wrong with that for those that do. I just only mention that to say if you can give me 24 to 48 hours to respond, I will respond, but give me a little grace, up to 48 hours, and I will respond to you. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Again, thank you for tuning in to Tapestry Thursday, Midday Manna. God bless you.